Narrative poetry, combining a narrative essay with poetry. Here's your to-do list for writing this week. Tuesday, June 2nd, hopefully the day you're watching this right now, you are going to read slides 3 and 4 over here, see? Then you are going to be watching the video on slide 5. Now this should be the video that you're watching on slide 5. You found it right here. Then you're going to analyze the poem on slide 6. See right here, slide 6. And you're going to record your answers right here on slide 7. Okay? So I'm going to walk you through it step by step. The first thing that we're going to be focusing on today is analyzing a narrative poem. What is a narrative poem? Narrative poems are special types of poems that tell a story. They include dialogue, which is characters talking, and figurative language, which is metaphors, onomatopoeia, idioms, hyperbole, and much more. And narrative poems don't have to rhyme, but they can. So when you get to the place in this lesson where you make your own poem, you can have it rhyme, but it doesn't have to. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to analyze this poem, Hiking with Bears. So I'm going to read to you right now. I'm putting this poem in presentation mode just so it's easier for you to watch in this video. But remember that when you get to slide 7, do not put it in presentation mode or we won't be able to type in these boxes down here, okay? So this poem is called Hiking with Bears. It was warm and rainy, a late summer afternoon in the Rainier Mountains. The smell of fresh pine hung in the mist as I set off on the narrow trail of my first backpacking trip. My big brother led the way, using the map in his mind and carrying the tent on his back. So I trusted his steps, following along in my boots and watching the wildlife sing and scurry. But then the path got smaller until the brush got thicker. And as we wound around the trickling creek, we started to feel lost. The forest darkened as dark as ink, and my legs grew shaky. My brother laughed when I jumped at each noise. But then there was a loud rustling, and a brown bear stood tall before us. Her ears perked up as she stared, and we all froze like statues. Just when I thought my pounding heart might stop, 2 fuzzy cubs frolicked past their mother. Crunch, their feet breaking branches beneath them. So she followed them away into the forest. It was a scary first night, but we survived, and now I feel lucky to have met a bear. Okay, so that's the poem you guys are going to be analyzing. So you're going to read it on slide 6. Obviously, you just heard me read it. You can read it again if you'd like to. It's not going anywhere. It's right here on slide 6. And then you are going to fill in these boxes on slide 7. So you're going to describe what the setting was in this story. So setting, where did the story take place? You're going to type your answer right here. Characters, who were the characters in the story? You're going to type your answer right there. Problems. Now, as you guys know, when writing narrative essays, there's always a small problem and a big problem. So type right here and describe what the small problem was and what the big problem was. Resolution. How was the problem resolved? Here you're going to type and you're going to explain how the problem was solved. So slide number 7 is really where a lot of your work is going to be today. So you need to make sure that all of these boxes are complete before you are done with the assignment for today. So as you can see, slide 8, great job. Once you complete slide 7, you are done for the assignment for Tuesday, June 2nd. The following slides outline the assignment for Thursday, June 4th. So once you finish this slide here, slide 7, you're done for the day, and then come back on Thursday and you're going to begin right here on slide 9.